Hello and welcome to another Imperator Rome video. Now, today the Cicero Beta was updated, so I'm going to go through some of the changes and also some news of other things that have changed. Unfortunately, this Monday, usually when there is a dev diary, there wasn't one, so I was kind of left a bit thirsty for some Imperator content. But here we go. Anyway, so let's start off with this. Despite the desolate summer wasteland of the Paradox office, we're updating the Cicero Beta with the following non-exhaustive list of changes, fixes, balance, tweaks. It's an experimental branch and they'll be missing icons, although there is a really nice mod that adds some icons, and I will show you that one as well in this video. Strings, localization, and the balance is still in progress. So, going through the changelog, it's not very long, but anyway, all Republic laws rebalanced with certain categories unlocked from tech, all monarchy laws reworked with certain categories unlocked from tech, and I will go through those as well. There's been another couple of posts about that, so we'll go through that after we've done this. Political influence from nation rank changed to a modifier rather than a flat increase. It should result in a more dynamic value as well as less gained overall. Perfectly fine by me. It did seem that when you reached a certain rank, just that extra +1 it got quite hefty. So yeah, I think this is a better way of doing it. Modifiers are better than just flat numbers in my opinion. Characters have changed the weight of their schemes. I guess there's going to be less caught red-handed maybe, although maybe this is going to change the ones from, like, you know, assassination, siphon income, those kind of character interactions. So we'll see. You can now assign units to the capital region. Sounds lovely. Even though there's unrest really doesn't do, like, it doesn't change provincial loyalty, but unrest did make pops less productive. So if you have high unrest in your capital region would just be less productive. So yeah, this is a good thing as well. Morale from military experience reduced by 10 times. Oh good, because at the moment, well, if you don't update to this, the previous version of the Cicero patch, if you had 100 military experience, you could take a tradition or an advance, I forget which one it's called. You could take one of those if you wanted, or you could just take the flat 10% morale boost. And considering you can stock up to 200 military experience, that would be a flat 20% extra morale, which got kind of crazy. So yeah, changing that by 10 times so it's a lot less effective. I like that. That's a great change. Combined strength is now shown in the UI when multiple armies are selected. Very nice. More UI improvements are always going to be nice. Fabricate claims now cost 20 political influence. I think this is a good change as well. Claims went from being something that you had to wait forever to have the mana for, to something that you could just spam out immediately. And now with this, I like this. With political influence, you starting with 50, and each one of your ideas costs 20. So you could never fill out your ideas, but what I did do was take 2 ideas and fabricate a claim. Now it's take 1 idea and fabricate a claim, or take 2 ideas and wait for the 3rd and wait until you can, you know, fabricate a claim. More choices in the very start of the game. It's good. High unrest now no longer blocks you from building units or buildings in a province, only the province loyalty does. Good for your capital province especially. So yeah, good idea. Each library now increases the desired amount of citizens by 2.5 instead of increasing citizen amount. Output. Same with the forum, does it for Freeman. I like this a lot because being able to change the desired amount of these pops is something that I was really hoping for. So having the library increase the desired amount of citizens, great change. That means if you really want your super citizen heavy province, you build a bunch of libraries and then it's going to push the desired amount higher and higher and higher. I think at the moment it's like 40% or maybe 30%. You just keep pushing that higher and higher. You'll have your, super citizen city once again, but it's something you can nudge instead of something that is just, you can't just, let me just promote all of my pops with a single button click. Being able to push it there, influence it, rather than, hand of God, you're now a citizen. I love that. I love it. It's way better. Rebalanced migration, promotion, assimilation, and conversion to be having an additive value and multiplying the modifier on it. Fair enough, that's good. Non-tribes will promote tribesmen to slaves if they have more than enough freemen. Okay. Pop migrations will no longer swarm the same place. Each incoming pop reduces target migration internally by 0.5% evaluation. Good, because what was happening is you would be playing the game and then all of a sudden all the pops migrate to a certain place all at the same time, and then you may get like an extra 5, 6, 7, sometimes more in the late game pops all at once, which could put you over your total limit, and you would start having starvation. It also didn't feel very good. It didn't feel very... what's the word I'm looking for? It didn't feel very natural. It felt very contrived that they all happened to arrive on the same day. So yeah, changing that, good idea. AI will consider building economic buildings where appropriate. Based on scripted weights, all weights have been rebalanced. Good stuff. The policy window now fits all policies, again without a scroll bar, and I can show you that. I love it. It's good. I don't need to scroll to see it. There's plenty of space. Just show me it all. I like it. Good. The sort buttons to the family view. Again, we've got that here. We can sort by political power, by, I guess that's the amount of money they have, and whether they are scorned or not. I think that's that button. Also sort by the family name, and I don't know what this is because it's obviously one of the temporary icons, but we can sort here as well by something. Could be the amount of people in the family, maybe. But yeah, more sortable stuff is good. Sort by the family name as well, of course. Then events, rebalance the earthquake, so the killed number of pops should be more correct to the amount given in the tooltip, and reduce the cost of paying to take care of the affected provinces. Good stuff. Prove legitimacy now gives bloodlines to characters' descendants if discovered. Oh, love it. That's great. I like it. There has been a case where I did this prove legitimacy as some cretin, and I got the I think it was Argead that I got. I can't remember. I think it was Argead though. This was back in the Pompey patch, and I was like, yes! And then my character died, and I was like, it's fine, because I've proved myself as the son of Alexander, or a descendant of Alexander, and then my son didn't have it, and I was quite sad. And I lost it within a year of getting it. It was kind of annoying. But yes, this is great. I like it. Stability and performance of various crash fixes. Love it. And then we'll go through how to get onto it after I go through this screen here. So this is the new law screen for a republic, and we'll go through it. Laws have been one of the most intimidating mechanics in Imperator. The existence of so many different modifiers result in quite a bit of decision fatigue. To combat this, we're looking at unlocking some of the options in certain categories as your tech progresses, allowing you to deal with them more in a vacuum. Basically, you can't take the Lex Hortensia because you don't have the tech for it. You can't take Lex Aela et Fufia. I chose the absolute worst ones to say, didn't I? Because you don't have the tech for it. It doesn't really change all that much. I mean, you still have to choose, and when you get to a new tech level, then maybe you won't realize that you've gotten a new law that you can change to, and it's going to be a little bit like ideas. It's like, oh, my tech increased, but I didn't get a pop-up about my tech increasing. Also, my tech increasing unlocked this idea that I can now switch to that's really good, like the 20% extra research points one. But I didn't know that I could switch to it, so I leave it for another 100 years before realizing Stuff like that. So I'm not sure if I'm totally on board with this being a fix for anything. I didn't really mind the law screen as it was, but either way. It also became rather difficult to assess the potential benefits for laws while negative modifiers were in place, these being rebalanced and linked strongly to the faction system. This is of course for the republics. Most laws will have a reactive faction influence boost. If you want to abolish taxes on the rich, expect the populace to grow. Choices will still be present, but the potential consequences feel more organic. These changes will be coming to the Cicero branch soon. Yeah, we've done that. And then some of the replies, we'll go through these as well. I don't think if I like this idea of laws becoming kind of a tech tree that you'll always want to go for the best one, which is the one that requires the most tech. I hope not. To clarify, categories become available at certain tech levels, not individual laws. You could reach Civic Tech 6 and unlock the ability to switch away from your starting integration law to one of the 3 others in the category. Would it be possible to make some of the laws mutually exclusive within certain categories? No. Or increase the number of categories? Yes. If you mod in categories of laws, would the menu scale with a larger number? Yes, but you'd need to edit the UI. Fair enough. Even add in tyranny penalty for forcing it through without consent, much like the war system, and that's already in place. Don't give in to decision fatigue, the more the merrier. The number of laws remains unchanged, the difference is when you get to make them. Fair enough. Alright, and on to the monarchy one. Pretty similar, you unlock certain things with tech, but the categories differ a fair bit from the monarchy laws as well as the republican laws in general. I wanted each law set to have a theme of balance. In republics you're balancing factions, and in monarchies you'll be balancing your generals and governors. Succession laws and military reforms have been tweaked but remain mostly unchanged from version 1.1.1. You'll continue to unlock categories as your tech increases, and each new category will let you pick from 2 powerful options, one favoring the military elite and the other favoring your civic governors. Each choice will result in a reactive loyalty malus to your governors or generals, meaning you'll need to focus strongly on balancing your choices, or if you're brave enough, dealing with the potential for disloyalty by favoring civic or military as you unlock further categories. I really like this one. While I wasn't too bothered by the Republican changes, I don't really play Republics all that often anyway, I love this. Having to balance between your generals, which are super important, and your governors, which are super important, I love that. Say you really need your military to be super strong, so you're gonna really make the, your generals really happy. Like with this one here, army maintenance cost negative 15% is huge. That's amazing. But then your governors won't like it. So yeah, this balance act that's going on with the monarchy laws, I love. This is fantastic. This is exactly what I want to see. Republic one, but monarchies, I love it. I really do. Over here, we've got some more replies to go through. So, having played small countries and monarchies a lot, I'm concerned the dichotomy between generals and governors will be meaningless for most of the game for many. You got no governors at all to worry about as long as you stay within your capital region. It's quite true and something I considered when creating these. It shouldn't affect balance too much. If you want to grow, you'll end up with problems once you do, and if you don't, then the bonuses aren't going to be powerful enough to put you head and shoulders above the rest in any given category. At worst / best, it'll be a unique part of playing tall as a monarchy. I think if you're playing tall, this enact exemption for nobility is going to be absolutely essential. This is, like I said, this is a huge, huge bonus. Absolutely huge. They look so much more fun than the Republic ones, totally agree. Although one thing I foresee is people not getting bonuses at all, as no bonus is still better than the loyalty and risk of civil war that ends the game, so I'm not sure. And he's currently resolving that. So, lovely. That's that then. So quickly, in the last video when I told people about the way to upgrade to the Cicero patch, I had someone say that it might be useful for me to show how to go back. So yeah, that's fair enough. So if my game currently is on the 1.2 beta, if you wanted to go back away from that, go to properties and then go to betas, and then instead of going to any of these, you want to click none. You don't want to go to any of these ones, it's none. This is the current patch. And then of course, if you're on this one, then you want to switch to 1.2 beta, you would click on that there. And that's basically it. That's the news for today. It's actually, what, 15-minute long video? I think that's fine. Hopefully on Monday we'll have a dev diary again, but no promises. But if there is any other news that I think is worth making a video on, be sure that I will make one. I want to thank you all very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video and found it informative, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye bye for now.